Hey CBC family, it is Tuesday, April 15th, and what you're about to watch is a reenactment. It's a real story, but we've changed some names and we've changed some slight details in some of the events of something that actually happened in 2011. Very early in my ministry, I was interning in a completely different community at a different church and got to witness this kind of unfold. So I hope that you enjoyed this reenactment of a real story, and I hope that it helps your family kind of process through what a life of surrender may require of you.
I grew up in a small town where drugs and broken homes were just normal. Most of the kids I knew didn't even know our dads. Sunday mornings at church, that wasn't part of our lives. All we had was basketball and each other. By high school, life was already pushing us down the wrong path. We didn't have money. We were kids always in trouble. We thought doing whatever we wanted meant that we were free. But now I know that wasn't freedom at all. Then one day at the park, we met this guy who could really hoop, but he was different. The way he talked, the way he carried himself, it just felt real. Turned out, he was a student pastor at this big church. We used to laugh and say, people like us don't belong in a place like that. But he kept showing up, kept inviting us. One night, after a rough day, I finally said yes. I showed up to church nervous. I felt out of place. But as soon as I walked in, Jake saw me and ran over like I was family. That night, he preached about the two greatest commandments: love God, love people. Simple, but it hit hard. I went home different. Something was stirring inside of me, a sense of peace I had never felt before. Next day, I saw Jake at the park again. I walked up and said, I want it. He smiled and asked, want what? I want to live my life for the Lord. Right there at the park, we prayed.
All the good and the beautiful things that you've done.
And I gave my life to Jesus. Later, I was baptized at that same church I never thought I'd set foot in. From then on, I was there every week. Bible studies, serving, worship. I just wanted to be near God. But then, tragedy hit. My best friend Roland, a guy that I grew up with, was in an accident, and he didn't make it. I realized I never told him about Jesus, never invited him to church. That pain, it wrecked me. At church that week, the preacher gave an altar call, and even though I'd already given my life to Jesus, I stood up. Jake came over, a little confused, but I told him I stood up to show the devil and everyone that I'm standing for Jesus. Now it's simple. Love God, love people, and never sit down. You can't love both the world and God. You have to choose, and I've made my choice.